All right, who's directing? Hello? All right, Anthony, I went and bought a new BNC cable, but that BNC cable is not working. It wasn't holding the signal. So what is this audio sounding like? Okay, all right, so, okay, give me 1 second. All right. I thought I had some. How about now? Reggie, what is it? 24 what? 2403. Got it. All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got me? All right, let me just pull the script up and then I'm ready to roll. Here we go. Okay, script. Save. Okay, and memo. All right, let's go. Today is Thursday, April 27, 2023, coming up on Roland Martin Unfiltered, streaming live on the Black Star Network from Houston, Texas. Prairie View A&M alumni are demanding changes from the Texas A&M Board of Regents. They say they even want to look into leaving from under that university arm. They also want access to that $1 billion permanent university fund that is a domain of the University of Texas and Texas A&M. We live streamed the news conference today and we'll show you some of what took place at the news conference on the campus of Prairie View A&M University. Also, folks, we've lost another ancestor. The people's lawyer, Alton Maddox, has passed away. We'll talk about his impact as a lawyer in New York and other parts of the country. Also on today's show, the state of Illinois, they're closing a black all-male charter school. We'll tell you about the controversy surrounding urban prep and what is the future for that school that has had such success but now is facing shutting down. And we continue our day 3 paying tribute to Harry Belafonte. We'll talk with two gentlemen who knew him very well. Longtime friend, Pastor Michael Flager of St. Sabina Catholic Church in Chicago, and also in Chicago, Nation of Islam minister Louis Farrakhan. Folks, and today's my 34th Alphaversary, and it's the birthday of my Alpha brother, Dr. Greg Carr. It is time to bring the funk on Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. Let's go. I totally, I totally forgot to mention Carolyn Bryant. I'll still do what? I'm tapping it. Yeah. Guys, I'm in a room with 15-foot ceilings. The racist white woman who accused Emmett Till of whistling at her, and that statement led to his lynching by her husband and others. She died today at the age of 88. Carolyn Bryant was declared dead by a county coroner in Louisiana. It was in 1955 when Carolyn Bryant said that 14-year-old Emmett Till had whistled at her and made sexual advances towards her. Those accusations were enough for her husband and others to go and kidnap Emmett Till, as well as lynch and viciously murder him. It was that lynching that struck a nerve in Black America and really led to the launching of the Black Freedom Movement. For years, folks have been advocating for Carolyn Bryant to be brought to justice for what she did. There was efforts by lawyers and the others to actually have her charged, have her indicted for perjury, but that decision was never made. Emmett Till, killed at 14. She lived to be 88. If you look at social media, Black folks are having absolutely no empathy or sympathy whatsoever for her dying. Many of them saying Satan is welcoming her with open arms. My panel right now is Dr. Greg Carr, Department of Afro-American Studies at Howard University. Also, Lauren Victoria Burke, Black Press USA. Dr. Jason Nichols, Senior Lecturer, African-American Studies Department, University of Maryland, College Park. Greg will be joining us in just a bit. I'll start with you, Jason. From a historical standpoint, her name lives in infamy. She will always be associated as the racist white woman who lied on Emmett Till, and it's her lies that led to his lynching. Right. Gotcha. The thing here, Lauren, again, there were efforts the last several years for that to actually happen. And again, if you look at the social media reaction today, it is clear, it is vicious, and folks have no love whatsoever for Carolyn Bryant. And folks are pretty much saying not, hey, RIP, but folks like, no, absolutely have no rest in hell. That literally is what people are saying. Greg Carr. Folks, going to a break. We come back. We'll talk about the passing of the people's lawyer, Alton Maddox, in the Bronx. We'll also share with you Prairie View A&M Alumni University demanding changes from the Texas A&M University system when it comes to the governance of Prairie View, including access to the Permanent University Fund, which is a multi-billion-dollar fund in the state of Texas that funds the largest two institutions, higher learning. They also say that they want to see finally a Prairie View A&M graduate as a member of the Texas A&M Board of Regents. We'll have that for you. Also, we'll talk with the leaders of Urban Prep in Chicago. It has gained a lot of attention over the years for sending 100% of their graduates to college, what they've done with young black boys there in Chicago. But they're now about to shut down. It is a significant fall from grace. will tell you exactly what is going to happen next with urban prep. And also, I got a few words to say about fraternities, sororities, and hazing. Yeah. Plus, in our second hour, Father Michael Flager and Minister Louis Farrakhan will share their thoughts and reflections on their good friend, the late Harry Belafonte. Lots for us to cover here on Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. We'll be right back. A prominent defense lawyer in New York who took on a number of high-profile cases, many of them involving African Americans, has died. Alton Maddox Jr. died at the age of 77 in the Bronx just a few days ago. Actually, over the weekend, he died in a nursing home. No cause of death was released, but Maddox had suffered from dementia. He was born in Michigan, grew up in Georgia, graduated from Howard University, and received a law degree at Boston College. A violent encounter with Georgia police cemented his commitment to fighting against rampant racial injustice in police departments. He worked for the Harlem Legal Services and went on to lead a juvenile justice project for the National Conference of Black Lawyers. He began his law practice in 1981, quickly gaining a reputation in New York for advocating for black victims of police brutality. Using the media to deploy accusatory rhetoric in New York's law enforcement, he described himself as an attorney at war. He was also often called the people's lawyer. There were a number of cases that he was involved in over the years, oftentimes working with Reverend Al Sharpton, as well as fellow attorney C. Vernon Mason. Those cases involved Cedric Sandiford, one of the black men who was accosted and chased by a group of whites in the Queens neighborhood of Howard Beach. Also, he represented the family of Michael Griffith, who died after he was struck by a car during that Howard Beach attack. He also represented Tawana Brawley, the black teenager who claimed that white men had raped and abducted her in 1987. That was they later determined that was a hoax. And when you look at the coverage today, Greg Carr, of his passing, all of these various media outlets have locked and loaded and focused on the Tawana Brawley case. But that one case does not define the legal career of Attorney Maddox. Lauren, again, when you think about New York City in the 70s and 80s, we're only talking about being a decade, 2 decades out of the Black freedom movement. And there were so many cases. And Alton Maddox was the go-to attorney for many African Americans who were dealing with racial injustice there in the Big Apple. I mean, Jason, that's why the nation's first black newspaper, Freedom Journal, said we wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. I was talking to some folks earlier in a group chat, and they were angered by the white mainstream media coverage on the passing of Alton Maddox Jr. Greg, you want to make a final comment? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Alton Maddox Jr. passed away at the age of 77 years old. And we'll certainly provide for you information once we get it with regards to funeral arrangements. And as Lauren said, if you want to check out a proper obituary on his life and career, go to the Amsterdam News, black newspaper, the Amsterdam News. All right, folks, got to go to break. We come back. We'll talk about Urban Prep, a school for black boys in Chicago. It's had a huge success. Why are they closing their doors? We'll talk with the leader of that campus next on Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. Okay, I lost video return for some reason. A charter school in Chicago that has generated significant attention and success over the years is slated to close its doors. Urban Prep Academy. They have been denied by the Illinois State Board of Education. They've been denied the school's appeal to keep control of its two remaining campuses. The state board says Urban Prep was poorly run and not financially responsible in recent years, saying it did not have the best interest of students in mind. Now, school leaders continue to deny these claims. Joining us now from Urban Prep is the Chief Academic Officer, Dennis Lacewell. Dennis, glad to have you on the show. So first and foremost, for a lot of people, we heard about Urban Prep, Tim King. He was lauded in magazines and newspapers and by groups and all around the country. So where all of a sudden did things go wrong with Urban Prep based upon what we're seeing here, Tim King is no longer involved with the school. He was forced out, the foundation as well. There were allegations of him being involved with former students, all sorts of different things like that. And so what in the world happened to what was a huge success story? So right now, is the school still open? Questions from my panel. Lauren Burke, you're first. Jason. Great car. So again, you are going to have, with your lawsuit, a hearing next week. All right then, Dennis, we certainly appreciate it. Keep us abreast of what happens. Urban prep has gotten lots of attention over the years, accolades and praise. And so it certainly would be very sad to hear of its demise there in Chicago. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. All right, folks, going to a break. We come back. Today's the 34th anniversary of me crossing the burning sands into Alpha. And I got a few words to say about hazing that I think needs to be said. And I'll do that when we come back. You're watching Roland Martin on the Black Star Network. Be sure to, if you are watching YouTube, hit that like button, y'all. That impacts the algorithm. And so we easily want to be over 1,000, 2,000 likes. Also support us in what we do. Download the Black Star Network app, Apple phone, Android phone, Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Xbox One, Samsung Smart TV. You can join our Bring the Funk fan club. Your dollars make it possible for us to do what we do. And so send your check and money orders to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C., 20037-0196. Cash App, $RM Unfiltered. PayPal, R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle, Roland at RolandSMartin.com. Roland at RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. And be sure to get a copy of my book, White Fear, How the Browning of America is Making White Folks Lose Their Minds. Available at bookstores all across the country, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Target. You can also download the audio version on Audible. We'll be right back. That's fine.